that break and glad you're still watching Science Breakfast with me, HERBERT. And sign language interpreter is Jedida Wafula. And these are the stories that are making headlines in the country, and we started off with "Be patient" with President Ruto. Mudavadi asks Kenyans amid new turmoil, and the country's state of the economy dominated political conversations across the political divide as each side put up a case for their stand. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi urged Kenyans to exercise patience as the government implements policies he says will eventually revive the economy. Mudavadi defending the president against criticism of the various policies that have been seen to burden an already burdened population. He spoke even as Safina Party leader Jimmy Wanjigi continued to hit out at the Ruto administration over the housing levy. Here are the full details to the story.
Walk in the park. Tutaumia, lakini we shall succeed. There is hope at the end of the road. Hiyo sawa sawa. And I like this debate. I like the debate because it means that we are all alive to what is happening. And I can tell you that we are going to work through the difficult times, and you will see the difference. Hivi karibuni, we shall be surprising you with some very important news and pleasant. I will not say any more. Nawachia hapo kwa sasa. But muniangalie vizuri kabisa. Si nimesema nikiwa hapa. Maambio kuna Bondo Liunda Road ambayo bado contractor alikuja akakaa kidogo na kazi bado inaendelea. Tunataka tusukume wamalize. Si namna hiyo? Nimeambiwa kuna Goye Bridge, daraja ambayo inasumbua.
We want to sort out roads, we want to sort out water, we want to sort out electricity, we want to empower our women, we want to empower our youth. That is the agenda that we have for this region.
With affordable housing. Lakini hiyo tax, that levy, he can no longer collect. Na ile ambao wamechukua so far, because we don't even know how much it is. Ama mnyinyi mnajua? Mnajua? Lakini ni pesa yenu. He must return it to the people of Kenya. Arudishe. Kwa sababu hata akileta mswada huku mbele, don't be fooled. It cannot be retrospective. It cannot be backwards.
We got a dysfunctional government. We have a dysfunctional government because life is becoming difficult every day.
And away from that story, now to another story that is making headlines in the country is the trouble at Suim as Ole Nado and Yusuf Nzibo fight over leadership. Now the leadership dispute between two factions of the Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims Suim is set to escalate into full-blown wrangles after courts issued orders reinstating Yusuf Nzibo-led faction to assume office. The court orders secured late Friday Friday also freezes the council accounts, stopping the current office holders led by Hassan Olenado from transacting business. Olenado has, however, vowed to stay put until a case filed to be determined. The bona fide office holder is heard and determined. Here are the full details of the story.
Zibo's letter claiming to be the bona fide national chairman should be ignored and be treated with contempt it deserves. Hence, we call upon any member, partner, associate, or friend of SUPKEM who may have received the said letter claiming that Nzibo is the national chairman of SUPKEM to ignore that letter. The leadership of the Supreme Council has instructed our lawyers to initiate a contempt of court proceedings against Mr. Mzibo.
NATO Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua calls for the integration of technology in enhancing regional security. Now, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has called for the integration of technology in enhancing regional security. Now, speaking in Mombasa when he officially opened the Mashariki Cooperation Conference, which brings together top security and national intelligence service chiefs from over 10 states in the Eastern African region. Gachagua said technology is key to tackling emerging threats, especially in the digital space. He asked the officials to come up with a framework for sharing knowledge and information between intelligence bureaus. Here are the full details of this story.
That we seek and enhance partnership networks beyond our borders. Armed conflicts are among other issues fueled by illegal trade in weapons across our borders. Terrorism and religious extremism are taking root as radicalization cells also grow. As technology advances, crimes and other forms of insecurity have gone high-tech, therefore more complicated. These and other security challenges threaten national development agendas for socio-economic transformation towards the Africa we want.
The interconnected nature of our security and stability can therefore not be overstated. The fate of one country is intricately linked to the security of another, as our collective security is only as strong as the weakest link in our region, in our regional chain. Hence, the challenges we face demand a collective response from us.
And away from the Deputy President, now to President Ruto flies to Rome to attend the Italy-Africa Summit. The President is in Italy and he is set to attend the Italy-Africa Summit, where 20 heads of state are expected at the summit in Rome. Now, the summit focuses on food security, education and infrastructure on the African continent. Here are the full details. Form 1 student at Kilungu Boys dies 12 days after reporting to school. Now, a family of a 15-year-old Form 1 student at Kilungu Boys High School is in pain and anguish after their son died barely 10 days after reporting to the school. Now, the family of Emmanuel Kirima is crying foul, claiming that their son could have died of beatings as he had facial injuries, but the school maintains that the late Kirima had complained of stomach ache and was rushed to hospital but died before receiving treatment. The family now wants a post-mortem conducted to establish the cause of their son's death.
Ambiwa kama mzazi. Kitu ya pili, mtoto ni wangu ameaga, na sikuambiwa nikuje kuona mtoto wangu, lakini walichukua nafasi ya kuchukua mtoto mpaka wakamweka kwa mochari bila mimi kuona. Na kuna mambo fiche, kwa sababu kijana wangu hajawahi kuwa na complaint, hajawahi kuwa na ugonjwa, hajawahi kuwa na shida zozote, lakini nashindwa hii shida ilitokea wapi? Ufiche, kwa sababu kijana wangu hajawahi kuwa na complaint, hajawahi kuwa na ugonjwa, hajawahi kuwa na shida zozote, lakini nashindwa hii shida ilitokea wapi? Kijana ni mpole, sio mtukutu, ni kijana ana mambo mengi, sijui ya mambo ilitokea wapi.
Mtoto wako na alama hapa kwa forehead imeingia hivi ndani, so mi nashindwa, ni alama kabisa, unaona imeingia ndani na hapa hivi kidogo. So ndio mimi nilikuwa nauliza ile ripoti walitupea, walisema walileta mtoto hatritiwe hapa, but ripoti yenye tunapata hospitali wamesema mtoto aliletwa already akiwa dead. So mi nauliza ni nini wanajaribu kutuficha?
Because I went also inside the morgue to check on the boy. It's like there was something that was done to the body because the body was already washed, which I don't think it's allowed because it's a body under the question. So we would want to get the bottom of this, even as we are helped by the administration and the bodies in.
Kirimi was brought in on the 25th of January at around midday. He was brought in as a body. He was dead on arrival. He was accompanied by a teacher. So no treatment took place in our facility, nor did any resuscitation take place in our facility.
Fell sick, and we did what we could, rushing him to the hospital to see what can save his life. The information that the boy had both injuries is false, and it can be confirmed through the medical report and also through the officers who are investigating the case.
Mob storm hospital and lynch a suspect for allegedly mugging and killing a woman in Kisumu's Kibuye estate. Now, the two people were lynched by a mob at Kibuye area in Kisumu on Sunday morning following allegations of mugging and killing a woman on Saturday night. Now, the first victim was lynched after he was dragged out of the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga hospital, where he went to seek refuge from the irate mob, while the second one was smoked out of a shop in Kibuye market and As we bring you these reports, the police had to use tear gas canisters to disperse angry residents baying for a gang operating unregistered motorbikes who are causing mayhem in the town. Here are the full details.
The culprit entered up to our emergency area where I was caught up with the mob who are in pursuit. They overpower our security team who pleaded with them not to kill the person within the hospital, but they later carried the said culprit outside and killed him outside the gate.
Wanaendesha pikipiki wanajibeba watatu usiku. Tukipata mtu kama hiyo shikeni, akipita bezi yako upate pikipiki imebeba watu watatu usiku, hao sio wa bodaboda, hao ni waizi. Sababu hao ndio phone snipers.
That brings us to the end of the stories that are making headlines in the country. When we come back from the break, we're coming back with what's making headlines in the daily.